All right, let's just jump right in. AI, it's literally everywhere now, right? It's supercharging businesses, promising all this incredible automation and innovation. But, and this is a big but, as this whole revolution takes off, it's also cracking open a Pandora's box of new dangers. And honestly, most companies are just not ready for what's coming.
And look, this isn't just hype. We're way past that. AI is now a core part of how modern businesses run. I mean, it's the engine behind the scenes doing everything from smart threat detection to managing entire infrastructures automatically. It's genuinely transformative.
Which, of course, brings us to the million-dollar question. If we're really going to bet the farm on this technology, how do we make absolutely sure that foundation is solid rock, Not just sand that's going to wash away.
So, to get to that answer, we've got to wrap our heads around something fundamental. AI creates a totally new kind of weak spot, a brand new attack surface. And all those security tools we've been using for years, well, they just weren't built for this new kind of battle.
And you can see the difference pretty clearly here. Think about it. Traditional security is all about locking down things that are predictable, right? Servers, networks, stuff that follows a set of rules. But AI security, that's a whole different ballgame. Now you're trying to protect something that learns, that changes, that's unpredictable. It's really not like guarding a vault anymore. It's more like trying to protect a living brain.
And because of this new attack surface, we're seeing some really, weird and unique threats pop up. I'm not talking about your everyday computer virus or a simple phishing email. These are something else entirely. The unseen enemies lurking in the shadows of AI. Okay, so first on the list, data poisoning. This is a wild one. You might remember Tay, that Microsoft chatbot from a few years back. It was supposed to learn from talking to people on Twitter. Seemed like a good idea, right? Well, in less than 24 hours, people started feeding it all this horrible, offensive stuff on purpose. It became the poster child for data poisoning, like overnight. The training data got totally corrupted, and the AI's behavior just went completely off the rails. It was a disaster.
All right, next up, you've got something called adversarial attacks. Now, this stuff is just fascinating. It's basically creating tiny changes to something, changes a person probably wouldn't even notice, that can completely trick an AI. So, imagine a stop sign, right? An attacker puts a few little stickers on it, and all of a sudden, a self-driving car thinks it's a speed limit 80 sign. It's crazy. These attacks literally exploit the AI's own logic to make it completely misinterpret reality.
And don't think for a second this is just some weird theoretical thing that might happen. 85%. Let that sink in. That's how many AI models are basically wide open to these attacks if they don't have specific defenses built in. It's a huge, huge vulnerability. And last but not least, there's model extraction. This is basically high-tech robbery. An AI model is often a company's crown jewels, their secret sauce. Attackers have figured out how to just ping a model with questions over and over and over until they gather enough info to build their own copy. Just like that, they can steal what might have been a billion-dollar investment in research and development. It's insane. So, with all these crazy new threats, what do you do? How do you even begin to fight back? Well, there's no magic wand, no single silver bullet here. The answer is to build a fortress, a really strong one, with multiple layers of defense, all designed from the ground up just for AI.
And this gets at a really core idea. Security can't be something you just tack on at the end. It's got to be part of the DNA of the project. You have to weave it into every single step of the AI's life, right from the drawing board, when you're just designing it, all the way through preparing the data and then constantly monitoring it once it's out in the real world.
When you get down to the nuts and bolts, this fortress is built on three main pillars. First, you've got to lock down the data, the stuff the AI learns from. Second, you have to protect the model itself, which is kind of like the brain of the whole operation. And third, you have to secure the actual hardware and networks it all runs on. You neglect any one of those, and the whole thing can come crashing down.
But, a fortress is just a pile of stones without people and a plan to defend it. The tech alone is never going to be enough. Securing AI is just as much about people and process, about having clear rules of the road, what we call governance.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it's about having a clear structure. You've got the executives at the top setting the big picture strategy. Then a steering committee turns that into actual policy. Then your tech experts figure out how to actually do it. And finally, you have your operational teams on the ground, in the trenches, dealing with this stuff day in and day out. And those teams on the ground, they have to move at lightning speed. I mean,
unbelievably fast. The goal is to go from spotting a problem to starting the response in under 2 minutes. Just think about that. It shows you just how high the stakes are and why you need a team that is absolutely on top of its game.
And the team itself, it's a whole new kind of crew. You need the builders, the security engineers, putting the defenses in place. You need the scouts, the researchers who are always looking for the next new threat. You need the strategists, the risk managers who translate all this tech talk into what it means for the business. And you need the firefighters, the incident responders who are trained to handle a full-blown AI crisis. So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that AI security isn't a one-and-done kind of project. You don't just finish it and check a box. The threats are constantly changing, so your defenses have to change too. It's a journey, right? Not a destination.
And like any good journey, this one has a roadmap. You start by laying the foundation, getting your governance and risk assessments in order. From there, you add specialized tools to enhance your capabilities. Then you work on integrating security so deeply into everything you do that it just becomes automatic. And finally, you hit this phase of constant optimization, where you're always trying to get a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit smarter.
At the end of the day, this whole conversation about security, it isn't about being scared or putting the brakes on progress. It's actually the complete opposite. When you get security right, that's what gives you the freedom and the confidence to really innovate, to push the limits of what AI can do, because you know your foundation is solid.
And all this leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. As these AIs get smarter and more autonomous, making more decisions all by themselves, what happens when something goes wrong? When its security fails? Who's on the hook? The person who coded it? The company that owns it? The AI itself? That's a massive question, and one we're all going to have to figure out, probably sooner than we think.